This time on Kawaii-Fi Radio, it's White Day, and that means cultured reviews.
He wrote this with like a small glass of brandy, just like by his fireplace in his armchair with his bathrobe.
Hello. I didn't hear you come in. You know, good Ecchi.
We discussed a podcast trip to Japan.
Us in a hotel room going, alright.
Yep.
500 slices of Japanese Kit Kats.
And we review Monster Musume at our Patreon members' request.
It's Monster of the Week, but in the most different sense possible.
Kawaii-Fi Radio!
Konnichiwa and welcome. You're tuned in to Kawaii-Fi Radio, the podcast we dive in the world of anime, manga, and all things Japanese otaku culture. I'm Kyle. With me is Kenny and Aaron, and it's the White Day special. I'm concerned about these two. Stop playing Junkenbug.
I'm Aaron.
This episode, or a few Patreon members did pick a couple of doozies.
People.
For those unaware, our White Day episodes, just like our Valentines episodes, are not family friendly. They're the few times we're allowed out the box a year.
You should talk to your parents before listening to this one. Tell them exactly what you're about to listen to.
Yeah.
Tell them everything.
The choices that the Patreon selected were between High School DxD and Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls. We flipped the coin and Monster Musume came up. So,
Aaron wins.
Aaron happy.
Yep. So, this one's...
we're not allowed to swear anymore, so we can't call him what he is.
No, we cannot.
An enjoyer of the demi-human variety.
Yes. So, this show is, as mentioned, not for kids. This show contains adult themes and nudity, and especially if you're watching the non-broadcast version, which is now the standard one available for streaming.
Just leave. And even if you are not of age, just leave. You want none of this.
Look, we ain't going to do what Discord does and ask you to submit your ID. We trust you. But, we'll still keep our language PG. It's just what we do.
Do we keep our shirts on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That is for the that's not even Patreon anymore. That's only cats. Because that's how hairy we are. Anyway, let's get stuck in with what we've been watching.
I have no idea how old I am or where I came from.
Nani? Ohio.
Hey, guys! I gotta go!
I have to know. Hooray! I did the thing.
Oni-chan, nani wo miru? What we're watching. Alrighty, Aaron.
Hey, you're that guy. Wait, am I?
No, you're Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, remember we did the thing at the beginning?
I'm very confused. I must have misunderstood what the rock,
Yes.
paper, and scissors was. So, sticking to the theme as you did last time, but this time it's one that we can talk about. Previously, for the Valentine's Day episode, Aaron thought that meant that for what we're watching, we could talk about chicken formal wear, which we cannot. If you don't understand that pun, then it's not for you.
Yep.
It's a hen wearing a tie.
Yeah. So that is on the Patreon if you want the review of that show. However,
it wasn't good.
It wasn't very good. However, this time you've picked something that perfectly kind of fits in here, and it's called Grenadier.
Yes, Grenadier. Yes, it's a classic. It's Blast from the Past.
Yes, it is.
We all got to know it famously from
AMV Hell.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you watch that, you've seen all you need to of that show.
Pretty much.
The first two episodes set up the premise of it. The third episode introduces a character and then sort of makes you understand why they're about to do what they do. And then you've got 10 episodes of nothing.
Yeah. And then the finale, which is kind of a bit of a...
Yeah, it's like, oh, so that's why that's... Okay, cool. And then, okay, cool. This is the final fight. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
cool.
was an original anime as well. It wasn't based on something else from memory.
Yeah.
I will double check that.
I'm
but
pretty sure it was original. But
that also kind of explains why it didn't really stick its landing.
It felt like it was trying to be Trigun, but with more female,
more fan
assets.
service.
Yeah.
No, it is a Japanese manga series. Okay, so maybe the manga's better.
Maybe they had the same issue as the original Trigun run.
Yeah, this had 7 volumes, ran from 2002 to 2005. When was the anime? 2004, 2005. So the anime came out before the manga finished.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Every time.
Comedy, girls with guns, and Western are the genre. Apparently, girls with guns is a genre now. I like that.
Just let me save that to favorites real quick.
There is rather a lot of that if you think about it.
Girls and Panzer.
Black Lagoon.
Yeah. Tanks. We tanks the memories. So anyway, as you said, like it kind of didn't really
Stick the
Stick it.
landing. No. So
There was
like,
a rather rash
the
of that in
premise
the old days.
is there's this girl and
She's got a gun.
Yeah.
Yep. And
But she's been told by her boss not to use it and to try and spread love around the world and end fights by embracing people and making them
peace
smile.
and love.
Yeah.
Like Trigun.
Yeah.
In a similar setting.
And so, like, you encounter her first in a hot spring where a guy has run away from a battle and,
He's a samurai, by the way.
yeah, he's being chased by these other guys and she hides him in the hot spring, nestled exactly as she would. And
Which is the same place she hides her bullets.
yeah,
Hey, why didn't she find the bullets?
there are
It's
so
a pocket
many
dimension.
bullets.
It's hammer space, but inside a shirt.
God,
Bullet space.
Bullet space. Yeah.
God damn cleavage hammer space.
Yeah. Look, it's a unique anime.
Yeah. If I was a teenager, I would have loved this because I wouldn't have been paying much attention to much.
Yeah.
I mean, look, fair.
But as an adult, I'm kind of like, cool. So,
Yeah, it's Grenadier, the beautiful warrior, and it's like, cool, that's great and all, but come on, like,
Yeah.
what is it?
yeah, like you can't actually talk about the story without spoiling the ending.
Yeah, it's actually pretty bad. That, yeah,
Yeah, like there's no story until the end.
I feel like we could spoil it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been out long enough. Look, basically, she's gone out on this journey because her master sent her out on a journey. And then, like, 3 episodes into it, all of a sudden her master goes, no, she's evil. You need to kill her. And sends out all of her other underlings.
Yeah.
And so she's, like, fighting all these people that are supposed to be holy warriors with, like, special guns. And then eventually she gets to the end village with her friend that's the samurai from the first episode. And it turns out he's actually part of this undercover coup that was supposed to take her down years ago.
that checks out.
Okay.
So, just so you know as well, this one is currently difficult to stream. The only place in the US, for instance, is Fandango at home, where you've got to pay $20 to buy the season. It is not worth $20. If you are in Japan, you can watch it on Prime Video, but it leaves in 20 days. So,
Yeah, be fast. Or get it from Red Dot, the special section.
yeah, pretty much. Like this is one of those series that was very broadly shared on pretty much all of like the knockoff DVD stores when we had anime on DVD. Like it was everywhere. It was the same as Gantz. Everyone had it.
Oh,
but it was
man.
different varying qualities and yeah.
And you missed like 2 or 3 of the volumes, and like they weren't collective. They were like spread out through that. So you had like 1, 2, and then 7, and then 9.
I picked up a copy of Gantz when I was in Sydney on holiday, and it was censored. So they'd cut out critical parts because there was any skin shown. So I had to return it. I said, it's unwatchable, guys. And they're like, holy cow, you're not wrong. They crammed 3 episodes into 1 episode because they removed any sign of violence and any sign of nudity. So that did not work, as you can imagine. That might just be the 3D printer finishing up, making noise in the background.
I was going to say, it's not my phone. My phone's the only one not on the desk.
Mine's on silent, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, Grenadier, you can watch it on YouTube with the English dub.
You can watch it in AMV hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah.
It's like the clip is what, 30 seconds long, and yeah, you see everything.
It's used multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. Didn't they use like click, click, boom for one of them as well? Like, it was really well done.
That one was the best one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, moving on. Grenadier, watch it where you can find it. It may or may not be available in your area, but it is not on Crunchyroll or on the other one.
High Dive?
High Dive. Sentai's. Yep. Kenny's been watching The Daughter of the Demon Lord is Too Kind.
It is very adorable, and yeah, it's once you've seen a couple of episodes, you've got the joke.
So it's kind of like Princess in the Sleepy Castle.
Yeah.
I'd say that had a bit more to it because she was going places and doing sort of new things, and she was a psychopath. This one is just she's adorable, and they keep telling her to do cruel things, but she can't do them right, and he ends up doing nice things. It's just like, okay, I get the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
cute.
there. It's cute. I've done
And
it.
she sings a song every episode.
Okay.
Which is...
It's so cute.
It's cute, but at the same time, it's like, okay, no musicals.
You see, the thing is I think, like, unless you've had kids, you don't necessarily appreciate kids singing. I think it might be something like you do not fully understand the concept of it. Like, for me, I'm sure once I have kids, I will appreciate it. But
And I have lingering trauma from Azumanga Daioh. Cooking is so fun. Cooking is so fun.
it's ready. It's dead.
Look, I'm seeing clips for it everywhere. It seems to be kind of popular this season. It's cute, but
It's
there's
a one-note
not much
joke.
to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like one episode, they're like, oh, she wants to learn how to use magic. And she's completely inept at all types of magic except for ice magic. And then she's like, oh, I want to use this on the humans. And they're like, yes, finally. And then she goes downstairs into like this pit where they're all suffering from heat exhaustion.
Oh,
And she gives them ice creams and she makes it snow and she lets the kids play with snowman. And it's adorable.
That's really sweet.
But it's not what they wanted to do with it.
No. I mean, like, you were saying this is kind of similar to It's Time for Torture Princess, and the fact
Little
that
bit.
the ideas behind it are obviously so tame, but the concept is different.
It feels like it's a spin-off of
Yeah.
Time for Torture Princess. It's just the bits with the little girl, with the Demon King's
Daughter running around, yeah.
Which is cute. I feel like this show is... You watch it in between other stuff. When
A
it's
palate
on,
cleanser style sort of thing.
when it's on Japanese TV, you can sort of see it appearing between this show and that show. So you're just like, oh, it's that little cute thing again. What's she up to today?
Or if your sibling wants you to watch anime with their kids, because they're like, yeah, I don't really know what to watch. You're like, okay, we're putting this on.
Yeah. It's safe. You're not going to have any issues
Your
with
kids
it.
are 6. This will be fine for them.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Well,
Well,
that and Dragon Ball.
so that's on Crunchyroll worldwide from memory. It's, like, most things are.
Anytime you're like, oh man, that's dark, that's gonna lead to bad places, it's like, oh, okay. Like the Demon King is like, this is a mind controlling salt. Anyone who smells it, they have to follow everything that they're told, and you're like, oh, this can't be good. And then like it gets used on the lieutenant, and she just does nice things for her people because they're like, can you help us with this? And she's like, yes.
But yeah, watch that Crunchyroll worldwide if you want something chill. It's literally slice of life, cute girl doing cute things.
It's adorable.
It's yeah, and
Which
the songs.
turns out, cute girls doing cute things has an acronym genre that's used on Mal, which is CDCGT. So whenever you see CDCGT on the side as a genre, it is cute girls doing CG. Yeah, cute girls doing Stop it! Cute girls doing cute things. Beat me to it. Anyway, I've been watching Gachiakuta. It's good, but some of the fights, it's just taken too long.
I agree.
Which one's this one again, sorry?
This is Gachiakuta is about it's
Trash.
The literal translation for the name is legit trash. So it's a guy, he's living up in the cities, up in the sky. But there's obviously two classes. You've got like the people who are really well off, and then the people who are living in the trash.
Fair.
And then if people are accused of murder or anything else, they are literally thrown off these things. And it turns out there's a massive trash pile underneath and a society down there.
I'm kind of seeing the benefits.
Yeah, right.
He gets down there and he's the trash man. He goes around throwing trash everywhere.
Yeah, but his whole identity is that he would take things that these well-off people are throwing out that is barely trash. Like, it's things that could be repaired and still have a life, but they don't see it that way. It's like, oh, it's dirty, it's got to go in the bin sort of thing. So he starts repairing things and all that, and then he eventually gets basically framed for his
Adoptive father's
death, and thrown off the edge. Everything's bad. The girl he likes is like, blah blah blah.
You've always been trash.
Yeah,
And he's like, I thought you were the one person who believed in me.
yeah,
And that just makes him madder.
yeah. So he gets down there and he starts learning that the world up there is very different from obviously the world down here. It's a trash world. People, they call them sphereites because they're the spheres in the sky, and he's obviously being treated as a rarity because we don't know how people would survive that fall. He got really lucky and landed in an area which must have cushioned his fall or something, or maybe his gloves protected him, we're not sure.
It's where all the trash mattresses went. They're just like,
yeah, right?
He was too mad to die.
But yeah, like it turns out that in this world, items that are cared for and loved develop power. They get imbued with power that is to do with that person's wish. And so some people have a staff, or some people have
Umbrella.
an umbrella or a knife or
Scissors.
And it's kind of a mixing. I want to say it's got a Soul Eater Fire Force vibe, but that it's mixed with the idea of, say, Kill the Kill and Alita Battle Angels sort of trash pile
it's the
idea.
whole world system that sounded very Alita. So
so it's a really nice crossover. So not everyone is obviously able to become what they call a gifter, a person who has imbued something with their love. But those that do that fight the trash beasts, which are beasts which we don't really know for certain, and I'm not going to spoil it once we find out what is powering them, but it seems like there is something to do with the trash that has been sent down that then powers beasts that are made of trash, and they use that thing they're basically brainless. They just attack everything.
it's what happens when you throw Furbies away.
Yeah.
There's also multiple factions down there, all fighting for different things.
Well, naturally. That's how you make an interesting setting.
Yeah, but there's cities, there's societies that live down there, and it's really well done. It's handled really well. The powers are interesting. They're not just like, oh, this makes them super strong, or it's the redhead girl has a pair of scissors, which is her her tool. And
because she's a hairdresser.
Yeah, and they turn into giant scissors, but they do other things as well. It's to do with the way she approaches it. There's a lady who runs the cleaners group, which is they're cleaners. They go out, they defeat the trash beasts. Her glasses let her see people's power because it's about Inquisition, and the
it's
vision
not just she sees their power; she sees everything.
She sees
about
everything,
them.
which is why she's very concerned when she sees the main guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all of this stuff kind of plays in together. It's really good fun. The only criticism I have is that the first big sort of fight with the guy with the
poison
dreadies
guys
just takes too long. It's like 4 episodes in, and it's like, I don't need a flashback on this. I don't need a flashback on that. Please just get to the point. And that fight could realistically be 2 episodes, even with flashbacks. And we're at 4 episodes where I'm at. It's just like, come on, can we just finish this up?
Well, I was thinking that as well, but then in the fight towards the end of it, they kind of explain.
I mean, they do, but when you think about it, it's lucky this was 24 episodes, because if it was 12 episodes, you've wasted half your season on one villain who's not the major villain.
No.
So it's kind of a little bit disappointing in that regard, because the pacing's a little bit all over the place, but the overarching story is fantastic and it's worth sticking with.
Sounds fun.
Well, with the things. It makes you wonder about the things that you care for, and what would come from them. What do you think your...
See, we discussed this. I'm like, I have no idea. And then I was like, ask me on the show. I'll know by then. I have no idea. What would be my instrument? Microphone, maybe?
Maybe. Because, between watching this and Dead Account, I remembered something that one of my co-workers said to me a long time ago. He was talking about my Beats headphones.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, you kept those for so many years. You had them running long before long after they should have been running. You must have really looked after those. I was like, oh.
Oh, wow. Now that you say that, I've had these headphones for over a decade, and I just keep replacing and repairing them.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all work in media, sort of.
This is true. We keep the stuff working.
Yeah. But in Dead Account, there's a guy who manifests headphones, and his ability is he listens to music and he builds walls around
out of the sound beats.
Well, not out of the sound beats. It's just to block, because you know how you listen to music to block out everything.
Noise cancelling.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I was like, you know what? I'd have a defensive wall. I'd just be like, nah, headphones
We
off.
haven't talked about Dead Account on the show, but we will next episode as part of the watching, because I do need to go and watch it.
I did talk about it. How I said it was a generic shonen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Okay, my bad. That's probably why I forgot. Okay, well, look, Gachiakuta, also on Crunchyroll. It's all finished. 24 episodes are there now, which is why I'm playing catch-up on it. I have been watching other stuff, but I've talked about most of it already. So, yeah, I feel like... because Tifa was, kind of surprised us when we went to the Anime Awards and
just went all
was
in
like,
on
wow,
it.
Gachiakuta. And it's like, I can kind of see where she's coming from now. I don't agree on the music themes. The first one is a bit too messy, unless you've got like a really good surround sound system, which most people don't. There's too much noise that overlaps to a point that it's really hard to hear what's going on. So if you're just watching with like your normal TV speakers or a soundbar, it's not good enough.
I had one earpod.
Yeah. Just one though.
Just one.
Just the one.
So how's it work?
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, look, those are what we've been watching at the moment. Obviously been watching a lot more than just that. I'm still reading so much manga.
Golden Kamuy.
Golden Kamuy is so good. But yeah, I need to start watching the anime as well.
I need to go back to reading manga. I've just I've been getting rid of a bunch of books from my shelves. Like just I did a nice big clean of like all the stuff I've read and no longer need, and just stuff I need to get to. And I have a pile next to my bed, which is just like almost up to the size of the bed of all the books, which I'm like, okay, I need to read this before I can get rid of it.
You've got a 2-read pile. Nice.
Yes, and it is actually turning into a pile.
Yes. Well,
Not
there
just
you go.
a stack.
Well,
Not
look,
just a stack.
if you've been watching or reading something interesting, let us know in the comments section over on YouTube or on our social medias, because, yeah, we'd love to know if there's something we're missing this season that's huge. We know, obviously, we've got the big ones, so Sentence to be a Hero, Fururen, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, all big returning shows.
We're all over those
Well,
ones.
obviously not Sentence to be a Hero, but Sentence to be a Hero, I believe, is going to be 24 episodes as well, which is fantastic because it needs it. But yeah, there's a lot to like this season. If you're into your romance and sort of like your comedy, I guess this season's sort of shoujo series is Tamon's B-side, which Emma's been watching, and that's really good. And Tifa was saying, what was the other one she said that was really good outside of the main? There's a lot this season to enjoy. So look, I wouldn't say you've got any shortage of choices. And
Tifa, remind us what it is in the comments.
yeah, she had a night shift. She literally finished work at 5 a.m. We got a message from her this morning, and I'm like, no, go to bed.
like part of me was like, I want to tell you to go to bed, but I also want you on the show, but also you need to go to bed. And then she's like, I got work tonight. I'm like, go to bed.
Yeah, I thought she had today off, and then I was like, okay, well, that's fine, but no. If she's got work tonight, then no.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll be right back. We have to talk about Monster Musume.
Kawaii-Fi Radio.
Hey, our Patreon members got us something.
Oh, they shouldn't have.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have.
Ecchi.
White Day.
Yeah.
Yay.
New stings. All right, that's a dedicated White Day sting. I
like it.
Well done.
Once a year.
Once a year. So, we're talking Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. This is from 2015.
I want to blame you for this, Aaron.
I want to blame him for it as well, but we know it's Tojiko's fault.
No, not even for it appearing in our list, for it existing at all.
Dude, I remember when it came out, I was reading the manga for it. But like, the manga would not release chronologically, and like people would re-release old chapters and come after the new ones
Because it was
like,
all fan translated at the time.
And so like I was like, I'm sure I've read this, and then it just got too confusing. And I'm like, I'm not here to be confused. I'm here to look at snitties.
Oh, God. So, as I was about to say, this is an R18 anime. It has nudity and adult themes in it. And especially if you're watching it on a streaming service now, the version available there is not the broadcast version. It is the Blu-ray version, which is very much R18. So, please be aware going into it. This is not one to watch with family or friends around. I mean, unless that's your thing. But
you can, but things are going to get very awkward.
Yeah. It's 12 episodes long. There are 2 OVAs, and there is a collection of mini episodes, which was released as an ONA. So originally, when it came out, there was like 1-minute episodes of each of the characters' experiences, little short scenes from the manga, which were adapted. I think they were released on YouTube or something like that, but they're not there anymore. Or maybe it was Twitter. You know, they do all this.
Something.
Yeah.
It was released online.
Yeah. But they're all released together as
released.
one video, which you can just watch that video and you've seen all of them, and it's about the length of an episode. So there you go. As you said, based on a manga. Manga is still ongoing.
Yes.
So interesting. Comedy, fantasy, romance, ecchi, seinen. All right. Let's Let's get into this.
Yes, darling.
With his parents abroad, Kimihito lived a quiet, unremarkable life alone until monster girls came crowding in. This alternative reality presents cutting-edge Japan, the first country to promote the integration of non-human species into society known as demi-humans.
Who are all female.
Surprisingly. They're not, but after the incompetence of interspecies exchange coordinator Agent Smith leaves Kimihito as the homestay caretaker of a lamia named Mia. Lamia is a snake girl, and the newly minted Darling quickly attracts girls of various different breeds, resulting in an ever-growing harem flush with eroticism and attraction. They're not wrong. Unfortunately for him and the ladies, those form of interactions between species are forbidden by the Interspecies Exchange Act. Don't know why that would be.
Well, they quickly undo that.
Yeah, the only loophole is through an experimental marriage provision, so his life becomes fraught with an abundance of creature-specific caveats and sensitive interspecies laws as the passionate, affectionate, and lusty women hound his every move, seeking his romantic and intimate affection, with new species often appearing and events materializing out of thin air.
Appearing. It's Monster of the Week, but in the most different sense possible.
I mean, look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Every single
at
episode
all.
he encounters a new one, and they're like, these are the qualities of this.
Yeah.
Well, like, each one's got a different trope attached to them.
They do.
Which means that, like, there's going to be a monster for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is often the case of the way harem anime is written, that it is focused on hitting every single archetype that you can, so that you appeal to everything.
There's never a double.
Yeah, this is true. I have a few
Make
notes.
the Sundares fight.
I have a few notes. Firstly,
Make the Yanderes fight.
secondly, why? Thirdly, okay, I get it. I've been on Reddit. And fourthly, interspecies exchange bill.
Fifthly,
I mean, like, yeah. So, look, I understand why this has an audience. But I have to ask...
Goddamn Monty fancies.
Because, Aaron, you are more aware of this because of your searching and understanding of the certain groups.
We sit in judgment.
Why was this something that became so well known?
Because it offered, like, such a variety. Like,
obviously we understand there is the perversion appeal, the ecchi appeal, the adult content side of it, but there was something more to it which was why this series in particular, compared to other ones which have monster girls in it, became so well known.
oh, okay. I thought you meant, like, monsters in general. I was like, monsters sort of contribute, like, different factors that people might like. Like, certain monsters will be more towards one thing, or they'll enhance one part of a human, or, like, they'll do different things that, you know, sometimes a human's, like, there's room for improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I understand that, yeah. I mean, we do know as well that obviously in the very diverse internet world that we live in today, there is a lot of niches, interests, and fetishes which are not necessarily servable with standardized anatomy. Would probably be the easiest way to explain it. And because of that, this sort of monster and alternative area, if you will, has become more popular. And as you said, this kind of comes down to that interest in things that are not necessarily possible with human anatomy.
Well, also, like, I think it was one of the more easily accessible ones that put them all on an equal grounding instead of, like, oh, look, this is the one monster as a part of, like, this huge thing, or they're all monsters and, like, there's no humans involved, not even as the main character. Like, so it was hey, yeah, it's easy enough to imagine yourself in this main role whilst getting a sample of, like, it's a sample platter of monsters.
Because it sounds like it kind of, like, tapped into that interest in, like, here is something for everyone.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Whereas, by the sounds of it, prior shows didn't really do that. It was just like, here's a focus on a specific type of creature.
Yeah, well,
because
like,
it's like, you know, we've got the one elf girl, and that everyone cares about the elf girl, and that's sort of it. And that's often the thing in most fantasy animes. It's one token character, but that they don't really go from that. Or in the case of, obviously, fantasies, you know, the furry element for, like, you know, cat girls. Like, there'll be that one character, but that's not necessarily
Yeah,
the
that'd be
core
beast
element.
folk.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Like-
we saw that with what's it called, Tenshimio and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like there's that, but like this was actually going into monsters and the lore and like why they behave the way they behave. Like the centaur is a knight.
Yeah.
She seeks out her master, like to serve him as a king.
She's straight up just darkness from Konosuba, but it's totally fine. It's an archetype that works.
Yeah, but like each of them has like a different, and it pays homage to their mythological origins as well. So it's very much that as well that
There
ties
is a bit
into
of
the
like
appeal.
there's a discussion on the way their dynamic functions, how they sort of would interact with a world. Just how do I put it? Like why a slime creature would be afraid of a river, or why they are attracted to water and stuff like
Well, I
that.
was
Why
gonna-
there's going to be a slime in your house.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because of the, like,
Sort of world building.
well, I mean, they did. This is, as you said, something that was really interesting about the series, which caught my attention when I was watching it. Outside of obviously the blatant fan service, because it does then go into things like I had to remodel the house for the Lamia to live with me because she needs to be able to fit into these areas. She needs a large enough bath to heat up because if she
Taller
gets
ceilings
cold,
and stuff.
you know, she get injured.
Which,
she needs taller ceilings, stuff like
that's
that.
kind
Yeah.
of funny to me because, like, okay, my parents are abroad and I'm hosting this thing. I've remodeled the house.
I know, right?
Not just once, multiple times.
I'm like, what's his job? Nobody knows. He's a student. Okay.
Which school does he go to? Not important.
Not
Don't
important.
think
We're
we've ever
never
seen him
going
go
there.
to school.
No.
Are his parents ever returning?
Don't our
Probably
parents
not.
even care that we're gone?
There's two human characters.
Like you said that the manga is continuing to this point. So the parents have been away for a very long time. Are they dead?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, no, I'm sorry. There are 4 human characters. 2 of them are American.
oh. Because
You didn't count them. Just
from this point of the story, at least in the initial phase of it, it's kind of only implied that Japan's the first one to do this, and then I'm guessing other areas of the world either get interested
these
in it
Americans
or they just
are
come and
in
visit
Japan.
it. Oh, okay.
they're tourism because monster girls are here now.
Well, no, they're racist against the monster girls.
Oh, are they?
Oh, those two. Yeah,
Yeah, those two.
Oh.
They reappear several times.
Okay. I didn't get to watch all of it. I haven't had the time.
Well,
but
you know
yeah.
episode 1?
Yeah.
How there's the 2 humans making fun of the...
Oh, yeah. They're a recurring character.
They're recurring characters, and they're still racist. They talk about how fantastic American motoring is, and you can only drive American cars.
What the hell?
I did not watch the dub. I watched the English. Is the dub better in that regard?
That was the English dub. That was, yeah,
that's
yeah,
great.
it's beautiful.
I think I kind of zoned out a little bit when they were on screen. I was just like, oh, okay.
No, fair.
good.
I mean,
there's a lot going on at any given time in
Yeah.
the show. So,
They
look,
were supposed to be American? That's so weird.
Oh no, you really see it in later episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they wear the like American do-rag? and
No,
stuff?
what I said was a direct quote from the show.
so this
I mean,
has.
they could just be the Japanese weebs. You know how there's like an entire subsect over there who are sort of obsessed with Western culture in the way that
Oh,
there's weebs
yeah.
over here who are obsessed with Japanese culture? They have whole conventions where they dress up as cowboys.
I mean, yeah, and they'd probably be Osaka based because Osaka has a real strange love affair with America. So there's a part of Osaka. So you've got like Denden Town, which is in the south of the city, Dotonbori, which is the main section in the middle where you've got the rivers, the canals, and all the shops. And then you keep going past that after the canals
That
end. It's
was
an
kind
area
of where
called
the,
America Town.
They did have the post-war American base there.
Yeah, it's the area is known as Amerikamura, and it is all American paraphernalia from like the 60s onwards. They had I think I sent a picture to the chat when we were in Japan the first time. They had like a Michael Jackson figurine, and it's like all these old school paraphernalia. That's all like American bits and bobs. And there's store after store after store.
It does look
of
like
them.
a lot of fun.
It's an amazing area, especially if you're a musician. There's so many music shops with secondhand deals there. I just couldn't justify buying a guitar and bringing it back. Like, it was far too expensive to do it. Well, actually, no. I could have done it. I would have just had to pay for extra baggage, but then I don't want to risk it getting damaged in transit, and you can't really take it on as hand luggage.
And shipping's
And
crazy.
shipping's a horrible idea. But it's still cool. Like maybe I can get some interesting bits and pieces on when I'm next over there. But yeah,
5 years time, crew.
Oh man, yeah, definitely keen. Definitely keen for a group trip. And then we can make some content while we're over there. I still need to release all the content I filmed the last 2 times. I'm really bad at this.
And the Kit Kat.
And the Kit Kat video, yeah. I have found the files though. That's good.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know where all the files are. I've got them backed up on the server and then also obviously on the desktop.
I don't
for
know.
editing,
If we
but-
go to Japan, I feel like we should do Kit Kat 2 Electric Boogaloo.
What, just us in a hotel room going, all right,
Yep.
500 slices
All we
of
see-
Japanese Kit Kat.
Always. Wow.
What were you playing?
Death by Kit Kat. I'm sure there's got to be like a Kit Kat like shop which has all the varieties and you can try them, like a cafe or something.
I have seen it. It's
Yeah?
magical.
Okay, well there you
Oh,
go.
we got to do the cup ramen place.
Yeah, make your own cup ramen. I still have the Gamer cup ramen noodles, and I'm pretty sure they're off.
I will still eat those.
Yeah, all right.
You people.
Yeah.
I am a gamer, and I am also cup noodles.
Yeah, I mean, we might
It will
have to do a
destroy
video.
your stomach.
I welcome the challenge.
There are people who love you, Aaron. Think of them.
He's like, I am thinking of them. I'm not eating cheesecake because I'm lactose intolerant. Okay.
Super Earth.
So, couple of interesting things about going back to the topic at hand, Monster Musume, Everyday Life of Monster Girls. It was, unsurprisingly, licensed by Sentai Filmworks, which is why the dub on it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It is on Crunchyroll now, and it should also still be on High Dive, I believe, and Prime Video. So there's a lot of different... I think the Prime Video was part of the deal with High Dive, actually, now that I think about it. But it's... how do I don't want to provide too much information because I feel like the experience of viewing it is really a really interesting experience to not have ruined. So it's unique. It does obviously have a lot of innuendo, a lot of those strong adult themes.
Full frontal nudity.
Yeah, and obviously if you accidentally hit an OVA by accident, you will get full frontal nudity straight away. So do be aware of that. Make
Like
sure you
second
click the
one, frame one, yes.
Yeah, you need to make sure you click on the right video in the list. It's
I'm pretty sure if you're watching any part of this, you're doing so in private.
Yeah.
So
Lock your damn door.
yeah, like yeah. This is not, as we said, it's not family friendly, and it's definitely not for watching with the family.
It's friendly for making a family, though.
You're not wrong, and I hate that you're right about it. It is on High Dive worldwide, and yeah, currently available on High Dive Australia as well, which is good to see. You can't untick the region. This is really dumb.
You can't unwatch the show by clicking it.
I clicked it so many times. For those of our friends in the UK, it looks like High Dive as well. So I
Hi,
think
friends in the UK.
I think it's going to be High Dive everywhere. Same with our friends in the
Pip, pip.
US. It's in a lot of areas, and yeah,
You see a lot of areas.
you see a lot. There's a lot to be experienced and understood as part of this show.
See, part of what I reckon is, I mean, obviously you... Brain.
Brain!
There's the wind spirit that I think you'd like, but that's mostly because she's tan.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think if you were to like any of the main girls, it'd be the Arachne. No?
I find
8 legs.
yeah.
Oh, no, you get past those very quickly.
He says from personal experience.
Yes. But I feel like her personality and like her height.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I'll watch more of it. I am going to go and read the manga because I do want to kind of get a bit of a broader understanding of how it was approached. Obviously, when you animate content like this, there is always a focus on the ecchi.
Yeah. Please talk to me every step of the way.
God's
I am
sake, Aaron.
so excited to hear your thoughts.
I will.
I'll do
and-
exactly not that.
I feel like you'd enjoy the Dullahan simply for the...
Is the Dullahan just a normal human with the removable head?
Basically.
Have
she
I-
does call herself a goddess of death, though.
That's hilarious.
And she carries around a scythe. But she
There's-
loses her head a lot.
Yeah.
I think I share.
Why do you think I want? Just never answer that question ever.
She has a scythe.
I said never answer that question ever. And I don't like scythes.
It's a weapon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The centaur has a sword.
A fake one.
Yeah.
yes, which we must stress is fake.
It's shiny.
In fantastic pun news, Monster Musume on Mal is currently rated on 6.9. Nice. 6.92. It
Wait.
is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that
that's
is
a
by
bad
design.
Score. That's a bad score.
The issue is that people have gone into this and been kind of a little bit awkward. So you can see the mix in the reviews. 79 people recommend of it. 19 people have mixed feelings because they didn't realize they were a furry, clearly, or a scaly. And then there's 22 people who say not recommend. But the people who say they don't recommend is just because they're uncomfortable with the concept. It's not necessarily that
Which is fair. I'm not gonna
I do have to wonder if it
I
has...
love this. The series completely torpedoes that goal unless it was made for about 25 people on DeviantArt. Well, we've got at least 80 people who've said otherwise, so...
At least 80 DeviantArt users got it.
81.
I do think it was orchestrated for it to be a 6.9. I mean,
I feel like it would be.
Yeah.
that's just too...
It's too
I
good.
mean, I think, like, looking at it overall on a production standpoint, not necessarily looking at the content, but the animation quality is exceptionally well done. There's no sloppy, quick frame animation here. It is high quality as any standard anime should be, like something that Mappa had produced. Like, it's not obviously going to have the Sakuga of, wow, everything's amazing to it, but the character designs and the way they're animated and the scenery all mesh well together. It doesn't feel out of place.
It's not Fate, but it's not... other things we could mention.
It's not Studio Go hands. But the sound design is really well done. The character designs are well done. The voice acting is well done. There's enough emotion to it. It's not flat. It's not bland. It's not boring. You're not going to be bored watching this show. It's just whether or not this is something you are comfortable with.
Yeah.
In that sort of environment.
If you're interested in seeing stuff,
yeah,
fantastic. And there's going to be an episode
Anatomy.
for everyone where they're like, oh, hey, I never really thought about that way. I do like that.
Mm-hmm. I think as well, like, you have a look at the reviews on Mal, and as I said, there's quite that mix of them. But the top rated recommend review, which was from 2015, it's like, obviously going in, it's a highly perverted ecchi harem anime. If you don't like that kind of thing, then stop here. You're not going to enjoy it at all. And that's fair enough. That said, it's not a generic anime either because it has fresh takes on quite a lot of things in the genre. And he lists all the kind of things that set good ecchi anime apart from just the standard perverted one. And it's like, it should not have any sort of cheap excuse for the story. Plot lines only go...
tropes.
It has the tropes, but they're built into the world. They're not just there as, you must save the princess, and that's it, and there's no behind it. There is a world explanation behind it. These people were hidden before, they've now come to the forefront, and now this is how we're integrating them to society. So they've built the world, they've actually done the effort there, as opposed to, there are just demons here.
Yeah,
Nice.
a portal opened and now they're here, and you know what, we're shoving them in your house.
Yeah.
Damn it!
That's fine. I'll edit that out. But then you've also got the point where it's like, it has to have some form of originality to make it stand out, which it has done. Sure, it can sit on those the themes that we know, but as long as it innovates, I guess you could say, in a way, then that kind of sets you apart from what else you've seen.
Other animes since that one which have sort of copied a few of its trends. I am trying to remember. There was one recently. It's sort of like set in a fantasy world, and he's a healer. He's a doctor who attends to all the
And he's
different
healing all the
yeah.
monster girls. Yeah.
And his assistant is also a snake girl. So it's just like, oh, gee, I wonder where you came from.
Yeah. And it's like, this is the thing as well. Like, the characters are likable. While they are archetypes, they're not annoyingly those archetypes, if that makes sense. They're not to the point where you're just like, oh god, it's just the classic, tsundere who, this, that, and the other. They are unique, which is a hard thing to do when your goal is fan service.
Well, also the fact that they adapt to them, like they could easily just go, oh, you're a mermaid, you live in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Like the fact they're like, no, we've got to reaccommodate everything and shuffle it all around and make it work so that she has her own, basically an enclosure room, and then like seeing the others try and engage with that and failing terribly.
Yeah,
it's fun to have that. Like, oh hey, yeah, not everything's just going to work out. It's like,
And the interesting thing, which is the last point this guy gave on, and for context, this guy gave it an 8. He wasn't saying it's perfect, but it's a very long review. But he goes, a good ecchi anime should also have adult content with appropriate timing. You don't throw in random panty shocks when it doesn't make sense or the mood just isn't there. It should support the fan service, not the other way around. And we saw the opposite, obviously, with Agent Aker, the way they approached it.
To say.
However, you know, these are all valid. These are all strong points that he makes. It's like, you know, each of these. If you're going to do this sort of genre, if you want it to have staying power like this has had,
This is a very comprehensive connoisseur take.
it really is.
He wrote this with like a small glass of brandy, just like,
Yeah.
I have spoken on many an ecchi anime. I will wax poetic on this one if I must, I suppose.
But yeah.
by his fireplace in his armchair with his bathrobe.
Yeah,
just
right.
like-
I didn't hear you come in. You know, a good ecchi anime.
I kind of want to do that, like as a
read out
Christmas
his
special and do his review. Should we do that as like TikToks? We read the
anime
reviews, but like, you know, yes, welcome to the show.
But with a dramatic reading.
Yeah, that'd be good fun.
All right,
actually.
Kenny, you're up.
I will assist.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Let's discuss, because we need to talk about what we're doing with TikTok going
I need
forward.
like a big, thick, fake moustache.
I've got a sack of 100 mustaches.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why?
What? What he said? Why?
It was a plan a long time ago that I made to leave them around Kyle's house. And then, like, the first one would be in an obvious place, and it'd say, "Oh no, you found my secret stash." And then on the back, it'd be number 1 of 110, but I've only got 100 of them.
And so numbers like 7, 23, 89, and 4 would be missing or something like that.
Oh God, that. How dare you?
I'm not allowed to look after your cats anymore.
Yeah, you're not. And as we discussed, no more rubber ducks. I also need to clarify. So, we need to provide some context to our listeners. Aaron was living with us for about 6 months because the rental market here is awful, and he couldn't find somewhere by the time his rental ended with his former partner, and they broke up, and you went to get your own rental. The market was a mess, so you stayed with us for 6 months while you were house hunting. And during that time, I got an order for my 3D printer, which had a tiny duck in it. And I was like, oh, I hope this doesn't become a thing. In reference, not to you, but to them sending me them, because I had more parts to order from them. Like, I don't want all these pieces of rubber rubbish. And Aaron took it as, oh, I hope this doesn't become a thing, as in people getting me rubber ducks. So he's now bought me 3 rubber ducks. And stop. Please.
No, I have stopped. I did
Good.
get extras, but they're just sitting at home on my table now. And I'm like, oh.
Well, now you know how I feel.
Kyle, here's the thing, and please do not hate me. You haven't even found the one I hid yet, have you?
What? A rubber duck?
A small one.
Like the teeny tiny ones?
Yes.
Oh,
You gotta be careful,
Was it the
though.
pink one?
No.
No. We got this is the thing. Like, several times we've ordered stuff from, say, AliExpress or Japan Marketplace and stuff like that, and we've had these teeny tiny ones come with it, or they'll have like random stickers and stuff like that. And it's like, I appreciate things,
Little gifts.
but they need to have a use. And to me, the rubber duck doesn't. Like, to me, it's garbage.
What is the purpose of a rubber duck?
Is to put it in the bath. I don't do baths. I shower.
You missed the reference.
That was a Harry Potter reference, yeah.
Oh,
Harry, you must know a lot about muggles. What is the purpose of a rubber duck?
Yeah.
He says
Mr.
it with
Weasley.
Sorry, you will have to bleep that. He says it with just like such enthusiasm and candor. He's just like, what is it?
Well, yeah, because that's his whole job. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be finding out what the muggles are doing, and he's like, what is it? I don't get it.
Can we rant about that? No, let's not.
No. Look, I would like to see...
Rubber ducks in the Kawaii-Fi PO box.
No. I would like to see... Don't you dare, because we don't have one, and we never will because of this.
Our PO box is just like say someone else's. They receive all these
Yeah,
ducks.
it doesn't actually stand for post office box. It stands up for off box. Now, I would actually like to see Arthur Weasley reviewing this anime. What is the point of Lamias? Because I think...
Squeezes.
If you... This is the thing. His life is in constant peril. The main character, not Arthur Potter. We're going Arthur Weasley. We're going back to the actual anime. But yeah, Kimihito in the first 5 minutes of the show is strangled to death 4 times. Like
every episode.
It's too much.
Every episode. Well, that's the fun thing about it, because he's even though they're wildly incompatible, and it shows by how easily they can take him out.
Yeah.
There's still that kindness and compassion to them.
There is. And this is the thing, the character designs and the interactions are well scripted. It's not a case of just we put them here to be pervy. It's because they've developed a story and a world that actually fits this type of character development.
Or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're actual monsters. They're not just humans with animal features. They're monsters.
I like
the human features.
I like the fact that they also made a big deal about you can't kill them. And it's okay, because they were previously treated as dungeon beasts. They were treated, this is a world that developed with dungeons, basically. I mean, not that type of dungeon, but But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It's a world which has had these there, and they've obviously, it explains where the myths come from and the ideas, the mythology is used around them, as you mentioned. Medusa was a Sake lady. She was clearly a Lamia. This is clearly...
She's a Gorgon. They're completely different.
But you get where I'm coming...
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong, obviously, beastie comparison, but you can see how they can integrate those mythos from humanity's history and the myths and stories that we told to create these
unable to tell the difference between the monsters. You're going to need to lend him your Patronus.
Yeah, I'm going to
Monster manual.
Yeah.
Look, I'm tired, okay?
It's old. Okay, I've got a PDF.
For the new one. Oh, damn. All right, look, anyway, if you do want to watch this, High Dive is your best bet because they did the dub. The dub is quite good. The original Japanese is good. Look. If a dub is good, we will never judge you, because if a dub has been well done and well translated and it hasn't been localized where they've actually decided to properly
No, not for the dub, just for watching a show.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah,
judge you a little.
There's no issue with watching dubs just as long as it's actually sticking to the word of it. And we saw this with
what was it?
The film we did.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Penguin Highway.
Yes.
Penguin Highway's subtitles and dubs do not reflect what is said. So they try everything they have done with it. They have tried to bring the content down to G rating, and it doesn't work because if you know what's being said, it's very obvious when someone says opai what they're talking about. If you know any Japanese, it's very obvious when they say ecchi that they're what they're talking about. If you know any Japanese,
a delicious steak and potato pie.
God, I could go a pie actually.
Really good
Chicken and leek pie.
Chicken and leek pie. Love my wife's chicken and leek
Oh,
pie.
it's
Emma's chicken and
incredible.
leaf pie is amazing.
Oh.
I want to. I learned how to make it the other week. It's really good. Yeah, it's very good. Anyway, look, sorry, we're getting really sidetracked.
Hungry pie.
So look, if you do want to kind of learn, I guess you could say, about this kind of area of interest that has definitely grown over the years, and especially with internet accessibility.
Monster fancios!
Yeah.
Message me in the Discord. I am happy to engage.
Yeah, Discord is becoming more active, which is nice. And we're always available on there as
Never
well.
buying you another D&D bestiary.
He buys
You
his
mean
own.
a dating manual?
God. So, if you want to watch it and learn about it, this is a great entry point to it, where it balances the perviness with actual context and information and world building. So is it going to be the best show of all time? No. But as the guy who clearly is into ecchi anime pointed out, it does a lot of stuff.
The cultured connoisseur.
The cultured connoisseur of ecchi.
Oh my god, that's the character name.
Yep.
The cultured connoisseur. The connoisseur of culture. Because it's a man of culture, isn't it?
He is the world's most interesting man.
Yeah, but if we have it as CC.
Cultured connoisseur.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what it's going to be? The bookshelves around the fireplace just going to be full of manga.
I mean, we've got enough between us, I think, to put one of those together. Anyway, we're getting well off track here. If you want to watch it, we've mentioned where to go watch it on High Dive. Otherwise, your favorite service that has it depends on the region. Southeast Asia, I don't think have High Dive or Crunchyroll in some segments of the market, so you'll have to have a look in your local distributor if you're one of our listeners in Southeast Asia. But if you're in Japan, well, you have till the end of the week. Good luck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's Grenadier. And on that bombshell.
Kawaii-Fi Radio. Tonight on Anime Communique.
Great story, compelling and rich.
Nothing brings ratings up like a little controversy.
Well, actually, it's very fitting we're talking about the One Piece and the One Piece thing because it's real. One Piece manga has commemorated over 600 million copies worldwide with a video of creator Eiichiro Oda hiding the secrets in an ocean, and Reddit found it already.
Yeah.
they found the location, but not.
They've triangulated roughly.
Yeah.
They've got a general gist of where it can be, but it's like a good 60 square miles of ocean floor.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't seen the video, it's linked in the episode description because it's really fascinating. So 600 million copies of One Piece have been published worldwide as of the release of the latest volume.
All applause to Oda for that.
Yeah, 114 compiled book volumes, which is wild. 450 million of those copies are in Japan, which that's a 3-to-1 ratio. The commemoration was done by Oda writing down the secret of what the One Piece is on a piece of piece of paper, locking it into a mini chest, into a water pressure dome, and then in
that's the
wood,
thing.
and then that was sunk.
It's
to
like
the bottom of the
it's a
ocean.
transparent sphere, much like the direction log from the actual manga,
Did you also notice the lock shape? It's Luffy's silhouette.
Yeah.
which is
good.
adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like people are thinking like if you find it, you got to do what Luffy would do and destroy it.
Yeah. Now
I would sell it.
Sell it.
Could you imagine how much that would go for? Put it on eBay?
To the highest bidder. Oh,
Yeah.
perhaps.
That'd pay for the ship.
It definitely would.
I do want a ship.
So this obviously all comes into play with the second live action season starting up end of this month. The anime reducing its annual output to a maximum of 26 episodes, so no longer being a weekly series, which means no more filler, which is fantastic.
There's going to be the soft redo of the first season soon.
Yes, there is the rebuild. Basically, it's like what they did with Evangelion, where they rebuild it without any of the filler. So
with modern tech, but
Dragon Ball Kai.
maintaining
Dragon Ball Kai, yeah.
but maintaining the actual story is. I'm in two minds about that. First of all, I am always like big on the purity of what has been made, but I don't know. I can't even call it an improvement. It's simply a secondary version.
Yeah, well, it's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's the Brotherhood treatment. They've got a good studio coming on to do it. They're going to get to streamline the story so people can quickly catch up. Because let's be honest, the original stuff released in '99, the original season, it's hard to watch.
The only good thing is the original 4Kids opening.
Gotta go.
So yeah, look, it's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot coming out around it, and I suspect this year is going to be very big for One Piece. We are really kind of getting towards the end of the story, and I say that in a loose term. I'd say still 200 to 300 chapters, but we've kind of hit the point where a lot of the major questions have kind of been brought to the forefront. Certain things have been addressed. We've visited all the locations that were previewed and talked about in the early chapters. So the only place from here is onward to the One Piece, and obviously whatever kind of happens with the world during that. So for those who are reading the manga, we aren't reading the manga, I should say. We are up to Elbaf, which is the land of the giants, and there's a lot going. A lot of this story is focused on the history and explaining a lot of what happened with the world government and how that impacted the giants, and obviously how the Age of the Pirates began. So there's a lot of flashbacks, but it's worth the read. So yeah.
It's sort of answering all the bigger questions.
Yeah. The only problem is that they say it's a max of 26 episodes a year, but Oda's also reduced the amount of chapters he releases a year. So it's kind of like
He's dragging it out.
he is. I mean, like,
I think he doesn't want to finish.
Well, I think he has an idea, and it's taking longer to do than what he thought, and also that there's also a lot of things on his plate at the moment because he's obviously on board for the news. He's always been a part of the production committee for the ongoing series.
You would hope so.
He's part of the production committee for the Brotherhood version of it, so the reboot, sticking to the story, and he's also on the production committee for Netflix.
Which is actually amazing.
Yeah, and they've already filmed season 2 and 3 for Netflix. So we don't know when they're coming out, but that explains why he's been so busy. Like, and then he has time to go and sink this in the ocean. Like, geez, like, Oda, please take a break.
I think he's... I wonder if he's had the ocean thing planned for a while, though. It
wouldn't surprise me if they did.
It feels like such an awesome thing that it wouldn't have just been something he came up with.
You wouldn't be able to arrange something like that on short notice.
No,
definitely not.
Especially with the custom lock.
Everything was custom on it.
And see, that's the thing as well. Like, I have not watched or read all of One Piece, but through simply cultural osmosis, I have learned a great deal. I don't think it's going to be a one-off.
No.
I think if you find the thing, you're going to need to find the key, and that's not going to be easy as well. I think this is going to be a quest. I think this is going to be full amazing race-style craziness. And even then...
That or it's there in case he dies.
Could be. Oh, wow, that'd be nuts. Oh, I want manga authors to start doing that.
Like, hide their plans.
Hide their plans in the style of their manga. Oh, imagine if Berserk did that. What would they... Oh.
I mean, he did pass over all the data. He wrote it all down to let them know how it needed to end for his 2 sidekicks.
He simply passed it over. What if he turned it into a challenge?
Would the Naruto one be on the moon?
Be in the moon.
Oh, damn moon people! Where's
Tifa? Hiding because she knew moon people would come up again.
Moon people, Tifa.
Right.
Moon people.
So let's move on. This is the next thing is Ken. This was your pick for one of the picks for this season. This episode to talk about news. Brain not working. So Ecchi Yoshiro's Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter manga is getting a TV anime.
Yeah,
it is adorably cute.
It's this adorable little girl being looked after by a skeleton dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, how can this not be just made for me?
Yeah.
Do you remember Faraway Paladin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a bit of that and a bit of ancient Magus pride to it.
There's
a lot of skulls about.
The manga's got 6 compiled volumes so far. Seven Seas published the 5th volume in English back in August. This is set in the Forest of Scraps, a place where all manner of things are discarded and an old dragon slips away his final days. That is, until an abandoned child suddenly appears before him, and the tiny human is Eve. And despite being only 5 years old, she has somehow endured the many dangers surrounding them. In an act of pity, the dragon decides to raise her as her own, but his time is still running out, and after 5 years together, he takes his last breath, leaving his precious daughter on her own. Little does the dragon know, Eve is capable of more than he realizes, and the reunion may be sooner than he thinks. She's a necromancer!
Yep.
So yeah, it looks really cute. The artwork and design is really good, and the biggest, most important thing about this is that it is going to be adapted by Oshinoko Blue Period and 86's episode director Kuniyashi Nishi at Doga Kobo.
And the art for it already looks fantastic.
Yeah, series script is being handled by Tokyo Mew Mew New writer Nina the Starry Bride and Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid S's script writer. And Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba and Love Live and Quintessential Quintuplets is designing the characters. So yeah, should be good.
Good.
This is a stacked cast. The background art is being done by 7th Time Loop animator and Dragon Ball Super Broly film animator. I don't know if that's actually a good thing, that last one, because Broly's background sometimes went a bit weird.
And they were a bit, I mean...
Yeah. Who knows? And but also the other person in it is Black Butler, Emerald Witch Arcs animator, and One Piece Film Gold animator Yuki Hatekeyama. So look, it's a pretty star-studded cast. If you've if you're not aware of Doga Kobo, they've done a lot of stuff. They're an old school studio. They go back to My Goddess as an assistant on that,
which almost feels right.
There's 3 pages of the letter A before you get to anything from recent years. So
it almost feels right that it should be My Goddess's studio on this one. It's. Not to say it's a similar kind of feel, but it's that kind of cute.
I'm just wondering if they were involved in Magus Bride at all. No. They've done a lot of different other stuff, but they were Bungo Stray Dogs, Card Cardfight Vanguard, some of them. Some of Crayon Shin-chan is in between animations. But these guys do everything. They're part of the production committee for Doraemon and the movies for Doraemon.
Oh, wow.
So they're around a lot. They did key animation in between animations for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. And
I like to think I know how to pick them between
Yeah.
this and Which Hat to Tell Ya.
Yeah, so there's a lot. They're involved in a lot, and they're one of those mega studios that we frequently come back to and go, yeah, why aren't they doing more stuff? And it's because they're the studio everyone else relies on. So it makes sense. But yeah, this will be good. We don't have an exact date for release, I don't believe yet. Nope, no release date listed just yet. But
That's just
hopefully,
sort of on the radar.
yeah, hopefully that means this year. So we'll see how it goes. Excuse me.
You're a bit tired.
No, just a smidge. Aaron, JoJo live action spin-off. What's the go here?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
This is risky territory.
yeah, this is the second time JoJo's has done a live action. But this time it's a completely new original story.
Only the second time.
Yes.
So that Diamond is Unbreakable one was a one-off.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and nobody really talks about it, which is unfortunate because I loved it. In JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, specifically Diamond is Unbreakable, he introduces a character named Rohan Kishibe,
Yep.
who's a manga artist, who's basically a self-insert.
Yeah.
And he goes on to have his own spin-off series about his daily life and how weird things happen, and he uses his stand abilities to sort of mess with things. And this story is about his editor.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's an entirely new character that has been introduced for this. So we know nothing about her, and they decided to take it into live action, and it's just so left field. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah. So the live action series inspired by Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan.
Yep, that's his daily life.
So that's the
one.
spin-off from his
Yep.
JoJo Adventure. Will air its newest episode on May 4th, and this episode is the Azumi Kyoka wa
So that's a
Zamarari.
takeoff of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, isn't it?
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's, like, I mean, there's the constant thing throughout JoJo's of, like, all of the
Everything's a
abilities and
JoJo's
stands
reference.
named
Yeah.
after music. Everything is a JoJo's reference.
Actually,
And this is
speaking
also
of,
one.
And so
yeah.
Thus Spoke Zarathustra is a JoJo. They turned a piece of classical literature.
I mean, they do that regularly. But did you see the JoJo's reference in Monster Musume?
Not immediate. Oh, yeah.
With Centauria, and they're like, is that a stand? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
when she's talking about the proud history of the centaurs and the
There's a
knights
peep
appear behind her.
Yeah.
It's like, is that your stand?
So this one's called Kyoka Azumi Won't Stay Quiet, the episode. It's an original untold story about Rohan's editor and close acquaintance Kyoka Azumi, albeit a story written in collaboration with Araki. So obviously more self-inserts, but this will be interesting to see how it goes.
I don't know if this will be a self-insert.
No?
Like, I know Rohan is, but I don't think this is going to be... I don't think this is going to be actual Araki's editor.
Fair enough. Well, it could be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I find this interesting as well because they're like, they're returning with Shin Ongaku to compose the music, and then they're like, and Isao Tsugi from Shin Godzilla live action Attack on Titan is again overseeing the character designs. It's like, designs? Don't you mean costume and wardrobe? Like, isn't that...
Well, original character means original design, right?
Yeah, but it's not drawn.
Well, true.
This would be... this
they'd
would
have
be
to have
costuming and
concepts, right?
concepting, yeah. But yeah, interesting. But either way, so, okay, this is going to be a bit weird.
Yes, but isn't that JoJo's in a nutshell?
I mean, yeah.
Always.
It is literally the bizarre adventure.
There's always the risk, though, as well. It's a live action of an anime. That can go very, very good or very, very Netflix.
Well, the movie, like the Diamond is Unbreakable movie, was fantastic in my point. Like the way they did the stands, the way they like condensed the first 5 episodes into a movie, really well done. So I think I believe in them.
And the fact that it's an original, not based on a manga, is equally risky territory. So I'm intrigued to see it, but I also fear.
Cinema Trip?
Hell yeah.
Oh no, it's an episode.
It's an episode. Yeah.
Dang it.
Let's have a chat with Luna.
Now, just on a complete random tangent before we go on to the last item, we also have confirmation Laidback Camp is getting its 4th anime season, airing in 2027. Returning cast and staff, new studio again. They left 8-Bit because 8-Bit did not perform to the level they wanted, which, look, 8-Bit has done good on some series, like Reincarnated as a Slime. Like, they do good. But they just... I don't know who was in charge of character and art design for this, but they just kind of did not get it right for season 3.
It's just, yes, there was something a bit off about it.
Yeah. So this is a new studio called Furu Pictures. We don't know much about them. They've only got 2 projects to the name prior to this. One is the Camphor Custodian movie, which they did in between animation and paint assistance on. And the other is the TV series The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, where they were the animation director for episode 9 and key animation episode 11. Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is a adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. So interesting, really good series, was really popular last season.
Could be good.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens and how the art style again will change. But the people involved is kind of a bit nuts. Ryuta Ura, who is the character designer, is the new character designer. We're in charge of character designs for Demon Slayer Mugen Train, Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels trilogy of films as the key animator. Like, yeah. Wow. So that's a pretty big deal. They replaced Hisanori Hashimoto from last season, which is a good thing because, as we said, the character designs were a little bit off in season 3. They didn't feel like the same people. Returning composer, returning sound director, returning script series producer, like all the good people that, like, no, as we said, no offense to obviously Hashimoto, but they didn't hit the right character design, but everything else was right. And because of that, it felt a little bit off. We don't know, as I said, too much about this new studio, but hopefully they're good.
It sounds like they've got a good pedigree of people on board.
Yeah.
So
there's not a lot of information kicking around about them, at least not easily available. I'd have to probably do a bit of digging and then put it all through Google Translate to find out about them because it's all in Japan at the moment. So
fair. Like maybe they're from other studios or something.
I'm hoping so, because generally you can't set up a studio and get jobs that easily. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on. We've got some major news. This is my pick. There's a new Evangelion series coming.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
It's like the Skyrim of animes at this point.
It's not.
Totally is.
No, because Skyrim just released the same thing repeatedly. The Evangelion came out, and then they're like, well, we ran out of budget to finish it, so here's the last 2 episodes as a film. And then they went, oh, well, Gainax is collapsing, and I want to take all my stuff out of it. The only way to do that is to create a kind of definitive version of the series. The interesting thing about this, however, is that Anno's not involved. He's handed off to it. So he will be in the background in the production side of things because that's where he is now. He sits on production committees. He's with... IG, Production IG. He is on the board of Production IG as an advisor.
It's just the idea of Evangelion without him is...
Well, I think a lot can be done with the right people at the helm and the right people who understand the context. Because if you have a look at all the additional products around Evangelion, all of them tend to be pretty good. Some of them are a little bit off, but for the most part, they still honor the original lore and the idea. And I think if they were going to hire anyone for it, they'd look for someone who does that.
I mean, I'm still just waiting for Pen spin-off series.
Yeah.
Pen's Highway?
Yeah.
No.
It all starts to connect.
So the interesting thing about this is the people involved. Firstly, Yoko Taro is in charge.
Yes.
Nier Automata.
Yes.
The creator of
Moonhead.
that. Along with Rebuild of Evangelion's Tsumuraki Kazuya, who I believe was the assistant director. Let me just double check that. Yeah, director, storyboard, and key animator. So, yeah. They were also the script and supervisor for the 30th anniversary special screening. So, they've been involved with Evangelion for quite a while, but now they're in a position which is obviously higher up in the running order. They, back during the original run, were the director for Rebirth film and storyboarding for it, and they were also involved as an episode director on some of the episodes of the original show, but they were not a constant animator, if that makes sense. So we've got that. It's going to be Studio Kara and Cloverworks working together.
Okay.
So the Evangelion studio and Cloverworks. There is music from Keiichi Okabe, who did the music for Nier Automata, Nier Replica Gesalt, and Summertime Rendering. Yoko Taro obviously was involved with the Drakengard franchise as well. And then, so there as the series script supervisor and lead writer. And
was weird.
he's got, let's be honest, he's got experience in this area.
Oh,
The director who did the rebuild of Evangelion as the director also did Mobile Suit Gundam GQs. And then the credits for it is Toko Yatabe, but they don't really say what they're involved in. They were on Thrice Upon a Time, the last film, The Birth of Kitaro, The Mystery of Gegege. So we don't really know their role in this. Yeah. There's a lot going to be on there. Chainsaw Man's storyboard and episode director is also involved. And there's a lot of people in this. So it could be exceptional or it could be a dumpster fire. Either way.
There are precedents for both.
Yeah, exactly. In hilarious news, however, and this is the last part of it, connected with Evangelion, we've just had the 30th anniversary event in Japan. It was a massive event, and they showed a special short anime on February 21st. That was banned from ever being shown outside of the event. And everyone said that's the dumbest thing you can do. So everyone filmed it while they're at the event. When Studio Kara tried to do takedown notices to prove they owned it, they provided a Google Drive link to a 2K full HD production copy of it.
Oh my god.
Everyone downloaded it when they got the notice. The short is now on YouTube officially.
Yeah.
For free.
They've had to post it there.
It's you can't challenge the internet.
Yeah, it's only a 13-minute short. It's focused on Asuka because a lot of people were disappointed that Asuka didn't get a happy ending at the end of the Evangelion franchise. I mean, she did, but she didn't, if that makes sense. Like, she was kind of
there.
Yeah, like in the last film, her identity wasn't as solid as it should be. The world had ended, and it was just kind of rolling with the punches from there.
Survive.
And her identity kind of got lost because of it. And a lot of people were upset by that, and this is part of what it is. And it's showing the possible ending she could have, alternative storytelling and so on. It's really beautifully done. The director of the upcoming franchise directed this as well. So it should be pretty nice. But yeah, you can watch that online at the moment. It's great. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. I'm really excited to see what more stuff comes from here because we thought that was it. We thought it was done after the rebuilds finally all were released. And we know that, one of them was delayed by 10 years because Anno fell into a deep depression and vibe, but oof, So Anno was originally going to be the planner and scriptwriter for this little short. And I think he kind of went, well, maybe I'll hand it over and let others to kind of finalize it and finish it. And then that's where it kind of went after that. But with all of this new stuff coming out, it's got me quite excited. I'm interested to see how the robot designs change in the new series because the one slight peek we have of the Evangelion, it doesn't look normal.
Really?
It's not CG, and it is not the traditional design.
Right,
Claymation.
It is. No. It's more bestial.
Oh.
So, I'll show you after we finish the show. But the link's obviously in the episode description if you want to go check out the news article and the video attached to it. But yeah, it's definitely a new mecha designer.
Wicked.
So I'm interested to see how they handle it. Obviously, it's still going to have the same overall silhouette, but how it is personified and done is the question.
Is it like the horse one?
No, that was hilarious. But yeah, anyway, look, more Evangelion. To me, that's a great thing. We will...
Very nice.
We'll see if that's good. And with that, it's time to wrap it up. Kawaii-Fi Radio. Well, that's where we're going to leave things to this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Next time...
Sandland.
Yeah.
Sandland.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, we haven't watched it, and we need to. I mean, more correctly, we've watched some of it, but not all of it. That's what we're going to do.
We need to do that for a bunch of stuff for over the years.
Yeah, we should compile a list, because we've already got a list for stuff that we need to cover this year with anniversaries and special releases coming up, but we've still got plenty of empty slots we can fill in. As always, big thank you to our Patreon members for their support. If you want more Kawaii-Fi content, you can check out the Patreon page to get that. This episode is directly because of them. They paid us to talk about snitties. All the details in the episode description. That's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't encourage him, yeah. But and if you want to join us on Discord, there's lots of talk going on there. Share your thoughts and interests on obviously what happened with this episode, with this show, with Monster Musume. Because
yes, talk to us about the Monster Girls.
Also, for those who are concerned about Discord, none of our channels are age restricted, except for the one which is specifically for 18 plus content, and that you have to actually be assigned to. So you should be able to join the server without doing ID recognition, I believe. But yeah, either way, let us know your thoughts. But that's where we're going to leave things for this episode. You've been listening to Kawaii-Fi Radio. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, watch some anime. Every time someone says snitty, I think of Schnitzel.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Hungry.
I am hungry too. Let's go eat.